No soup for you. How you guys doing today? Welcome to the broadcast for Stock Markets with Bruce. Your buddy Uncle Bruce here for today's date, December the 8th, 2022. Everybody, welcome. Just noticing the news, Brittany Griner freed from a penal colony, prison in Russia. She's now in U.S. hands. Probably at this, she's probably at the embassy at the moment, and they're arranging to get her out of there. They have to swap her for this other guy, some merchant of death guy. So she's out. I suspect that Brittany, that the Biden administration has been negotiating to get her out for probably 6-8 months. But the Russians were not going to cut a deal with the Biden administration just before the midterms because that would make them look good. So they hung on to her until after the midterms and now have made the deal. That is my inner hunch, being as old as I am. In any event, she's out. She'll be, she'll be the sensational story for the next 48 hours in the USA. I'm sure every TV show in the United States would like to have her on as a guest. Good Morning America and all the others will be just dying to have her on. I don't know what she's going to do. Hopefully they'll leave. They're not going to leave her alone. She'll go into hiding when she comes home, be with her family and her friends, and de-stress for a while. More power to her. Anyway. Don't go traveling to Russia with any kind of drug residue on you. It could cost you dearly. I think that's the motto of the story. Yeah, don't do drugs. It's just not a good idea. Unbelievable. Anyway, welcome one, welcome all to the program. We're alive, we're well, and we're reacting here to GameStop. I'm watching the GameStop fallout from last night's earnings release, and then last night's, the reaction to last night's telephone presentation that they usually make. Very few headlines are out on GameStop that we don't already know about, really. The headlines are they reported worse sales. They lost more money per share than expected. They cut costs. They have $1 billion cash in the bank. All this is kind of, well, for us, we know this. This is old news for us. There's nothing new there. The only thing that came out new would have been a comment made by the CEO, Furlong, talking about a possible acquisition, that if the right acquisition came along at the right price, we might be interested. Well, this is such a standard non-committal one-liner. Who wouldn't say that? But okay, you're causing people to think, oh, maybe there's something cooking here. Oh. I don't think there's anything cooking. I think companies like GameStop and others are always keeping their eyes open for potential whatever. They probably are being approached all the time by Wall Street connected and other financial connected entities saying, hey, listen, if you're interested in growing your cash flow or diversifying your company's product line, blah, 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 I have something, or I know of a company, or I represent a company called blah, blah, blah. You might want to talk to these guys about incorporating them into your business. I'm sure this is a nothing burger story. It's nothing new to these guys. It might be new to a few shareholders out there, but a few shareholders. But I don't know. I don't see anything happening because to me, at the moment, the company has $1 billion in the bank. We know that, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the company is in a position where they kind of lose like $1 million a day. I think they're losing about $1 million a day, plus or minus. I might be a little off on that. Let me just double check something here. Here we go. The report last night shows their overall sales and blah blah blah. It was 1.18 billion in sales for the quarter, 1.29 expected, 1.29 billion. So they were $100,000 short of the mark that people thought. But they lost money as expected. They lost more than people thought they were going to lose, and for the third quarter they lost $291 million. That's more than that's billion a year, more than $1 billion a year. That's a lot of money. Yeah, I guess 31 cents loss per share. I'll just see here. I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, I don't see the full-blown deep. I guess I don't, or I do, I don't. Operating losses, interest, income, expense, losses, net losses, $361 million in 90 days. This is more than $1 million a day. This is $4 million a day. That's not good. That's not good. Need to triple check that. No, I apologize. I'm wrong again. I'm always wrong. 39 weeks. So for the first 3 quarters, they lost $357 million. Okay. So the net loss 361 in 39 weeks. So there is about 10 million a week being lost, approximately 10 and a little bit. So that's more than $1 million a day. And there is the problem here. What is the problem? The problem here is you cannot lose $10 million a week forever without doing something about it. And, you cut costs to not lose $10 million a week. But what costs can you cut? If you have locations that are costing you money, you close stores. You close underperforming locations. Well, they've been doing that, and I have a suspicion that every month, and at the end of this year, again, a number of leases are expiring for GameStop in shopping malls, wherever they're located. And I am sure that they are analyzing their loss leaders, their worst performing locations, and they're just dumping them. They're just letting them quietly disappear, not renewing leases, and they just board up the shop and they have one less store. Okay, well, if you're going to lose, 100 or 200 or 300 a year, you're also losing gross sales. They do have sales. The location is a loser, but you're moving merchandise. And if you're moving enough merchandise, whatever brands you're carrying, you might be qualifying for discounts on your purchases from these manufacturers. Because if you order enough of this or that, you'll get the best price to you because you're a big buyer. But if you now have 10% less sales to try to have less losses, you're buying less merchandise. You might have to pay more for the merchandise you're getting, and now you're still losing money because your margins are worse. It's a race to the bottom. I'm not saying they're going out of business. I'm not saying that they're going to die. They have $1 billion in cash. They can lose 10 million a week for 100 weeks. That's 2 more years, but that's it. They have 2 more years of money. Now, if they cut personnel, and they have been, and they keep doing it, and they drop their payroll by $1 million a month, then that's $1 million less a month they lose, 33,000 a day less they lose, or 200,000 less a week. But if you're losing 10 million a week, whoa, not good. These savings are fine, but they're not going to make the difference between 2 years and 2.25 years of existence. Like, they got to stop losing a bunch of money. So this acquisition thing, this little teaser, while we're out there looking, and if we find something we like, we might pick it up. This is one of those one of these comments that can get you thinking. It gets me thinking, and I wonder, well, what kind of acquisition do they have to make to stop losing money? They need something that makes them 10 million a week, 40 million a month, 500 million a year, or more, maybe $1 billion a year. They need something that makes them $1 billion a year to stop losing money. What is it going to be? I don't know. I have no idea. Who can GameStop acquire that would be seamless for them? To me, it would be on the surface something that a company that makes something that is sold in retail locations that they don't sell now. Very important safety tip. If they're going to buy something that they sell now, they're going to buy a company that makes something they're already selling in their stores. There's no upside here. You're hoping that the product that the company you bought can keep selling the product to competitors of yours as well, for you to keep making the money on this thing. And competitors might go, oh, this product is made by GameStop. Oh, I'm not going to carry it anymore in my stores because they're my competition. I mean, so, okay, then you acquire something that you don't already sell. Well, these stores, GameStop, they're not very big. They don't have what we call a lot of space in there to add merchandise to. If the GameStop game plan going forward is to close 800 to 1,000 square foot stores and operate 1,500 square foot to 2,000 square foot stores for additional retail merchandise, you are talking an increase in expenses, increase in costs to redo all these shops. And how many are you talking about? 1,000 of them? Really? Are you going to close 2,000 small stores, open 1,000 large stores? This is money, 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 money. This is just a cash drain. On top of what you just bought, that you're bringing the product into your stores to sell. Years of potential losses before you have any kind of return. Are you going to buy a company that sells stuff online to add to your online business? That would make a lot of sense too, because bringing a company that's already an online seller to merge into your website and or combine the two to make it one big, really producing website, I don't know. Yeah, that could go. They have warehouses to distribute product, and so they could, consolidate whatever warehouses those folks have with theirs and keep some and close some and all that. But it's going to take a year or two to absorb all this kind of stuff. There's no instant solution here, not anything. And to me, for the shareholders, it's bad news. Instant for the immediate shareholders, it's bad news, because anyone you buy will dilute your stock. Anyone you buy will increase losses because you've got to invest to get back. You want to buy somebody for $5 billion that can make you $500 million a year in profits. That's a 10-time earning multiple, by the way. I don't know where you're going to find a 10-time earning multiple generator of that kind of revenue. I think you're going to have to pay double that. So you might find someone that makes you $200 million a year and they'll run you $5 billion. Where are you coming up with $5 billion? They have $1 billion on hand. That's it. They got to raise $4 billion of additional cash. You got to sell stock to do that. Well, at $20-something a share, that's a lot of paper that has to be popped out there, because the companies right now are worth $7 billion right now, market cap, all the stock, 300 million shares times $22 a share. This is $7 billion company. You want to raise $5 billion more? You're going to increase a lot of stock here. You're going to put out 250 million more shares. That's dilution. That stock's headed for $10 a share, $12 a share. Sure, the company is double the size now. It's not worth, with a $5 billion acquisition, it's a larger company, of course, but there's way more shares outstanding. And if it's going to take a year or two to consolidate the two together until the earnings really deliver, the street's going to have to be very patient for that to happen. And there will be gyrations in the stock, and not necessarily higher. These are issues that one has to wonder about. I had speculated a year and a half ago, when I first started this channel and started to talk to you guys about what GameStop's options were, when Cohen first, took it on, and he was waiting to take over the chairmanship, and he was going to make all the changes. The talk was that they were closing underperforming locations. They went from 5,500 locations to 5,200 to 5,000, and now they're around 4,500. I talked about how they could possibly sell off their entire retail empire to a retail operator of some kind, private equity fund or something, private equity entity, and then they would take the cash from that sale, where they would do a licensing deal. They would, in effect, sell the retail locations to company blah, bring in $500 million in cash or whatever it would be. It wouldn't be a lot, but $500 million. And they would then offload the expenses. They'd offload the leases. They wouldn't have to pay the employees because they wouldn't be employed by GameStop anymore. The company would become smaller. They would take the cash and they would then sign this deal to fund, or not fund, but to stock these stores with inventory. Now, they'd be paid for their inventory, but they would have an IOU for the inventory. The stores are full of stock. And so GameStop will keep supplying stock to the stores. The suppliers will keep supplying GameStop with inventory, which the inventory will be then sent to the store. And then GameStop would have this fresh cash with which to diversify their business. I talked about that back in 2021. But today is a different world. We have an 8% inflation world, and that's going higher, I think, because I don't think inflation has been defeated. And the interest rate world is getting worse, and that's going to make it more expensive. And so now the problem is that if you're going to buy all of GameStop stores from GameStop, you got to ask yourself, can I run these stores more efficiently than they can and make money out of these damn things? Because these 4,500 stores are not making a profit as a combined unit. They're not making money. They're losing money. That's what we're talking about. GameStop's losing money. Now, GameStop theoretically would have a huge win on their hands if they offloaded their stores, because they could reduce the number of employees at head office that are running all those stores. Those employees would now be whoever is running those stores. I just don't see any buyer. I just don't see a buyer for their stores. Not in this retail environment and not in this economic environment, not going into a recession in the near future. I don't see it. So GameStop has a couple of choices to make. You either bring in merchandise that has a nice high profit margin that you can sell to the existing demographic clients you've got now, or you close underperforming stores in a big way and get down to like 1,000 stores. And over the next 5 years, turn those 1,000 stores into superstores. In other words, double, triple the size in lower rent locations. In other words, you go to strip malls, big box retail strip malls, and stay out of indoor shopping malls. But you might be cutting your own throat to make it work. This is a tough spot to be in. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The stock's $22.50. It's up 24 cents. Look, I know retail. I used to be a retailer. My father was a retailer. My mother was a retailer. So I know retail. And these guys are in a pickle right now, and they're getting squeezed because they have to pay more per hour for the staff they have. You can't hire $8 an hour kids to run your store. You got to have $15, $20 an hour kids. You got to have a manager who might be a $25 an hour person, and you've got the part-timers underneath that are $18 an hour. That isn't going away. And retail locations in shopping malls, they open at 10 in the morning and they stay open until 9 at night. You're talking 11 hours a day, 7 days a week, give or take. Sundays might be a little less. Lots of hours here. We're talking 60, 70 hours a week of open retail hours that you must staff. And that is extremely expensive. Business taxes, insurance, theft, on it goes. It's the cost of being a retailer is brutal, and that's why margins are god awful for a lot of retailers right now. They are just getting crushed. Plus, of course, the customers are getting poorer every week because their standard of living is falling back. So what? Anyway, that's the GameStop story from this happy camper right now. I don't know what to make of it. If you're an option writer, God bless you, because you're in the right stock, the right the right environment. You're writing calls and you're scoring on them. There's no question about it. Look, you can be a shareholder of GameStop for as long as you want. And if you believe in the Ryan Cohen philosophy and his style, great. I would love to see more of him in the media. Love to have him talk, but I really would like to hear from the GameStop CEO himself, because that's a hands-on person, about what's your plan. There's no plan. We don't know of a plan. We don't hear a plan. I haven't seen a plan. I want to know a plan. Tell me what you think is really going to turn this company into a real powerhouse moneymaker. Is it the collectibles? Why aren't all the stores sitting with a bunch of collectibles in there? What are the highest margining items you carry that you could carry in this field, in this world. Bring in figurines, bring in, I don't know what. Again, I'm not in the business. I don't know. Bring in your highest margin selling goods into all the stores. Maybe you could turn your stores into a quasi delivery center where people come into the store. They could walk out the door right now with a game. Yeah, they can do that. They can trade in their own games. You want to keep doing that? Fine. There's good margins in that. Take it. But maybe you'll bring in inside a glass case against the wall or in the middle of the floor. People can walk around it. And inside the glass case are 100 items that range from $25 to $2,000 each, under lock and key. Staff can't open it. And everything in that case can only be ordered online. So you can see it in real life in front of you inside the glass case. But if you want it, you hit the code on your phone and order it through the website right in the store, and it'll be delivered within 24, 48 hours to your place of residence, wherever you want it. Maybe that's the game plan. That way they don't have to stock the store with a bunch of merchandise. They just stock the store with display units only, and all the handling and shipping is done through the warehouses, through existing UPS systems or what have you, and the margins are higher. That might be the way to go. And you only stock in the warehouse what sells. You have 100 items in there, and every 30 days you ship 30 out, put 30 new in, and you're rolling over. And every year you're rolling through that display unit or several of them, thousands of items that are available for Halloween, Valentine's Day, Christmas, graduation gifts, who knows what. And it has to do with gaming. Maybe it's action figures of the, what have you, or it's prints, or it's keychains, it's T-shirts, it's leather jackets. I don't know, whatever it is. And it's only available online, but you can look at it inside these stores along with the games you buy and everything else. So they've got kind of another income source where you don't go to the cash register and buy that leather jacket inside that display case. You buy it on your phone. Just use this. Use PayPal, use your credit card, use your bank card, use whatever. Use your phone to buy it. You have your little code thing there that you scan. I'm just an old retailer trying to come up with new gigs for an existing retailer. I have no idea. You got 4,200 locations, 4,500 locations. So you need 4,500 display cases, 4,500 items to put in there. Each item, you need 4,500 of each item to put into those display cases, but you don't need 10 of each in inventory in the back. So you have 4,500 keychains, but not 45,000 keychains, 4,500. And those can be arranged from the manufacturer at a deal, because the manufacturer will say, I'll give you the 4,500 to show off because you're going to be selling them on your website in a live way. Plus they're on the website on top of everything else. Here's 4,500 capes, Superman capes. Here's Superman outfits. Here's figurines. Here's T-shirts. Here's the leather jackets. Here you go. And they're very high margins for both parties, the manufacturer and the seller. And it's handled all through a warehouse scenario. They got the people walking through the front door. People come into GameStop all the time, and GameStop could promote the fact that this week we're bringing in 25 new items from the new Avatar movie, or 25 new items from the new whatever game that just came out, the hottest thing. And just an old man trying to find a way to help people out. I do what I can, but no one calls me. I'm alone in the dock here. I'm alone. Anyway, I'm doing what I can. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Are you having fun yet? Isn't it crazy? Yeah. Okay. Toys. I'm just looking at some of the comments here coming through. Thank you, everybody, for your thoughts and all this stuff. Okay, now look, other news. Tesla apparently is down this morning. Tesla's under pressure. The Tesla shares were drooping a little bit. Not necessarily exact news, but I don't have an exact press article to quote you, but the shares are down 250 to 171.54. They were almost 170 for a while this morning, down over $3 a share. There's a lot of conflicting talk going on right now about Tesla. There's talk about sales in China are backing off, and so they're backing off production for the China market. Well, everything in China is backing off. The population of China, the middle class and upper middle class of China, they're upset. They're not happy with their government. They're not happy with their officials. They're just not happy. And the lower middle class are trying to become middle class, and they're not happy. They are sick and tired of being locked up without any notice. They're sick and tired of a 2-week quarantine because somebody has tested positive down the street. They're pissed off. And so, when you don't know a couple of things, basics, like you don't know if you're going to go shopping for groceries, whether you're going to be home in a half an hour because the grocery store you went into got locked down and you have to stay there for a day or two, and then you're going to be moved to a hospital center, and you're not ill. You're not all that excited about going to a shopping mall now. Are you thinking about going out to buy a Burberry bag? No. Are you going to go out to a KFC and sit in a restaurant with other people who might be ill? No. I mean, it's eggshells, walking on eggshells in China. Okay, so retail sales are plummeting. Domestic consumption is plummeting. People are keeping their money close to their vest. They don't trust their own government. They don't trust their own health officials. They don't trust the system. And they've heard the horror stories from all the relatives when they can hear about it, because a lot of the times they try to talk to the relatives or text message back and forth, and it's all censored because you don't dare criticize your, draconian government. All right. Well, how strong an economy is that going to be for anything, including, I'm going to buy a new car? Yeah, right. I'm going to buy a Tesla that I can't drive, can't go from town to town with, can't go to city to city with. What do I need the damn thing for? Thanks. No thanks. So China is a mess. Apple knows it. They can't make these, let alone sell them. They can't make these. So you have the domestic problem in China. You can't sell them to Chinese people because people don't want to buy them. You can't make them. And now you have the other problem. There's 6 million iPhones going to be short this quarter for the rest of the world. So how confident are you as a Chinese national to support Xi Jinping and his policies with his cronies that he just installed, as he puts himself in as dictator until he's carried out in a body bag? The last leader that they just buried last week was 92. Is Xi Jinping going to be 92 before they carry his corpse out of his office? I mean, the guy's 69 years old. Hello. How excited are you as a Chinese national? You're not going to say anything because you want to get arrested, but you're thinking. Just don't let the police figure out what you're thinking. Okay, so Tesla is down because domestic sales of Teslas aren't so good. They've done price cuts in China to try to spur demand. Not working. Now they're doing price cuts in America. Price cuts in the United States for take a delivery in December instead of waiting until the new year when the new tax rules come out. There's that issue. All kinds of fun, huh? And so the shareholders of Tesla, of course, are not that thrilled about Elon and Twitter. Notice how Twitter got quiet this week. There's not much news out of Twitter this week. All of a sudden, it's like not seeing so much. So, they're trying to kind of get the focus back on how great Tesla is. Well, it's not so great. Not quite so great. I have one in the garage. I love driving it, but they're not firing on all cylinders. Never would, because electric motor. In any event, there's issues in Tesla land. For those of you who write options on Tesla, I just feel really good for you guys. Stocks at 171. I know people have written 180s and 190s, and they've written $200 calls and all this good stuff. And right now, with the contracts, out of the money a little bit here, the shrinkage continues, and that's what it's all about. Now, the shares want to go lower into the 150, 60 range, they could. Then there's a possibility where some of you who've written 180s, 190s, 200s, you might be able to either move down your contract to a lower strike price, or more importantly, some of you might be able to move closer in time, and you might be able to take these contracts that have a long time to go, and so they expire, move closer, like 6 months closer, with a $10 drop or something like that, a $15 drop on the strike price, and come in 6 months and get yourself 180 days time back. Nice little move. Things to consider, option change to be studied. Time will tell. Okay. There's other talk going on right now that you might start hearing about here. I'll give you the heads up. For the last 3-6 months now, the talk of the markets has been interest rates going up and inflation trying to be knocked down. And there are more and more analysts who are saying inflation is backing off. It's coming back. It's coming back because the supply chain problems we had 6-8 months ago seem to have dissipated. There aren't as many ships in the port of Los Angeles waiting to get in to offload their stuff. There aren't like 500 ships waiting offshore to get in. So that's good. Okay. The rail strike has been averted in the United States, so that uncertainty is gone. Okay. Pilots are signing contracts for 30% pay raises over 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Oh, okay. But there's another thing. There's another thing. What is the thing? Well, here's the thing. The thing is that now the talk about the stock market, within the stock market and the bond market, is not necessarily inflation and interest rates. It's about a recession. It's about an economic slowdown that now almost all experts agree is coming. The evidence is piling up where people are going, I don't think we're going to buy new recliners for the living room this month. We might wait until summertime. Mortgage is up, and our mortgage. Some of you out there have a adjustable rate mortgage, and those are being, they've been upped on you, and they might be upped again because interest rates are going up in a week from now. The 15th of December, 0.5 point increase from the Fed, so that's higher mortgage rates. People are going, hey, wait a minute, our mortgage is going to go up another $200 a month. That's $2,400 a year. We got to cut $2,400 a year off of our budget. Well, we were going to do that, or we're not doing that anymore. We were going to do that, we're not doing that anymore. So we got to find these cuts. This is after-tax money, don't forget. Okay, so the talk of recession is now taking over talk of interest rates and inflation. And this is worse, actually. Here's why this is worse. When you have analysts now openly discussing the possibility of an economic slowdown, you are openly talking about the fact that almost every single corporate entity out there, private and public, will not make as much money next year as last year or the year before. And this could be going forward a while. And the question now is, the Fed's raising rates until inflation comes down, and then the Feds will lower the rates again. Economic slowdowns, how long is it going to last? And how deep is it going to be? And what region of the country is going to get hit the worst? Now we have wild cards we can't answer. We can't answer these questions. We can't guarantee that the recession will only last 3 months or 6 months. We can't guarantee a soft landing. Are you out of your mind? Because the reality of a recession is that it is not necessarily a domestic event. And in this case, the recession we are talking about here is a global slowdown. China is not going to be the engine of growth that it used to be for quite some time. They got all kinds of issues to deal with over there. The United States, strong as it has been, is running into a 2-year dead zone politically, and that is going to slow the economy down, whether you like to admit it or not. The UK, Are they going to be an engine of growth in the next 2 years? Oh, God, no. No. The UK is going to be issuing bonds like crazy to try to compensate their public to help them get through the winter and next year, because the UK economy is collapsing under its own weight because they went into Brexit. They don't want to admit it. They cut themselves off from the European Union. They could have avoided a massive exodus of talent. They have lost their number one status as a financial center in Europe. London is no longer number one. Paris is now number one, believe it or not, as dysfunctional as Paris is. The Brits are in big trouble. They don't want to admit they're on an island and they don't see the big picture because they're on an island. They're just looking around going, everything's fine. The buildings are still here. We're great. We had the Beatles. I mean, we're fantastic. In Europe, they're looking at Britain going, you guys are a basket case, and maybe it's a good thing you did leave because you would be uncontrollable right now inside the European Union. Europe has got its own nightmares, to say the very least, including the fact that Germany just arrested 25 people the other day who were accused of possibly overthrowing the government on a coup. What the hell's going on in Germany, for crying out loud? This country runs a surplus. They run an economic surplus. I don't understand. It's never good enough, you terrorists out there and you coup plotters. It's just never good enough for you guys. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. What can I say? Look, Asia, it's a mess. Canada, America, we're tight. We're all tight here. We have the North American Free Trade Deal with Mexico, Canada, the USA. We're cool. But the rest of the planet isn't. So we're now talking about the possibility of corporations not making their numbers. Get ready for the GameStop story on steroids. The GameStop story is they didn't meet their sales. They didn't meet the losses they were supposed to make. The losses were worse. And there are no great prospects for turning it around in the immediate future. That's now going to happen to thousands of companies. A whole bunch of them are going to sound like GameStop here very shortly. We can't give you guidance. GameStop didn't give out any forward guidance. No one else will. Our sales are weaker, even though our prices are higher. Our margins are worse because our costs of being in business are higher and we're not generating the spread on profits. Our friends at Target, Costco, Walmart, and all the other majors are going to have massive liquidation sales for the foreseeable future because they're not getting caught ever again being over inventoried at the wrong time of the year with the wrong stuff. So there's going to be, sales, which is great for consumers, except that consumers aren't drowning in cash to go shopping with right now because consumers are worried about higher expenses and a higher cost of living that is still permeating through the economy. Inflation isn't going away. Why? Because starting January the 1st, an 8.6 pay raise is being handed out to every recipient of Social Security in the United States. That is 80 million, 100 million people are getting an 8.6% raise. This is anti-inflationary, all right? This is not good. This is bad for inflation. This means this 8.6%, I can pretty well tell you almost all of it will be spent right back into the economy because these folks have been paying 6, 7, 8% more in prices, if not a lot more prices, for the last year, and they're finally getting this increase. The United States were really with the program, they'd be doing monthly adjustments to these payouts, not once a year adjustments. And that's why it's shocking that 8.6% increase in Social Security. It should have been 4% already handed out with another 4% coming, or should be 0.5% a month coming, but it is the way it is. In Canada, pensioners have received their bonuses, their raises, their cost of living adjustments already. If you're living off of Social Security, you're not living high off the hog. You're trying to get by, barely trying to get by. And anyone who claims that Social Security recipients are people who do nothing and get money for nothing, think again. It's their own money that they put into the system for all the years they work, and they're getting their payouts back. That's all it is. But it is higher. There's a whole bunch of new contracts kicking in January that will start paying a lot more money as well for millions, tens of millions of workers in North America. Inflation is embedded into our economy now. So right at the moment, the analysts are trying to hype it up that, oh, inflation is coming down. That might make the Fed ease off a little bit. The Fed knows, Jan 1 and Feb 1, all kinds of price increases are coming through. All kinds of wage settlements are coming through. All kinds of hikes in revenue are coming through for people. And this will continue to drive spending, which will drive inflation higher. So there may be a respite, and then it's going to be followed by another wave higher. The question is, does the wave of new inflation only go back to where it was, or is it going to take it to a higher level? And if it's a higher level, this is really bad news for the Fed, because now they're going to have to raise rates 0.5 point for 4 months in a row and take the Fed fund rate to 5.5%, 6%. That means mortgages will be 9 to 10%. That's bad news. And more pain in the economy to slow the economy down. I just don't see it stopping. I don't. I haven't heard people walk out of shopping malls because they can't afford an item they wanted to buy. They're just paying the price. They're just paying it. Because as bad as inflation has been, it hasn't been bad enough to stop buying, dead in its tracks. There are people not going to the mall in the first place because they're aware of higher prices, so they're not even going. But those who are going there, they're buying. And they're paying whatever price they have to pay. And this is adding to inflation. It's when people stop buying goods, inflation stops happening. It's when the retailer realizes, I raised my prices 5% and my sales are down 50%. Maybe I should have a sale. And then they drop their prices overall by 10, 15% to get people back in. This is when inflation backs off. But we don't have that right now. We have retailers sitting in their stores going, my rent's going up 20% this year because my landlord is just bleeding to death. My common area expenses went up 20%. My business taxes are going higher because I'm paying more in rent, which means my business taxes go higher. I am losing on every metric. I used to have 5 part-time employees. Now I have 4 part-time employees that cost me as much as 5 did. So I'm paying 20% more per person, and I'm getting 20% less production. It means I, the owner, have to be here longer. It's a lose-lose scenario, and it's not going to get any better. Because every customer coming through the door is looking, going, well, look at these prices. They're so high. Maybe we'll just order this online, and they're walking out. Problem in retail land and in the online land, it's not a lot better. Look at the layoffs at the bank stocks. Look at the layoffs at Amazon, Google doing cost cutting, Apple, Microsoft, and on it goes. Facebook, oh my God. So the economy is already in a tailspin in certain areas, and it's going to spread out further despite all the pay increases that are being announced. That won't stop it. So what will happen, Bruce, to the stock market in 2023? Well, I think the stock market is going to react in such a way that option writers are going to have a field day. Option writers are going to be able to write options on stock that they own or ETFs that they have, and are going to enjoy lovely returns compared to everybody else who's looking for the mother of all whatever payoffs that just will not come. And I'm very excited for the viewers of this channel, because the viewers of this channel are going to be swimming in a nice bunch of cash flow, and they're going to be able to acquire additional shares and or deepen the money calls, and they're going to increase the number of options they write. And it's going to be a very good year of growth this year, and a high number of viewers of this channel who stick around long enough are going to retire from their jobs or say sayonara to their existing 9-to-5 lives and replace it with something completely different. Exciting as all get up. Look, a couple of things I want to mention here. First of all, thank you for being here. We're up 143 on the Dow. This could be a dead cat bounce. We're up 23 on S&P, up 71 on NASDAQ. It's a nothing burger. Oil is up 246 after getting shellacked for the last 2 weeks. What I want to mention is I've been mentioning the last couple of days, and I'll want to bring this up in case you haven't heard yet. If any of you out there have a relative, a pal, someone you love, someone who has reached out to you or is talking to you or has noticed you seem to be a lot happier these days about the stock market, and they're finding out from you that you're writing options and doing well with it, and they've been asking you these questions about it, you may want to gift them a class or two of the classes that I've done to introduce them to what options are all about. And if you want to do a gift of any class number 1, class number 14, class number 6, number 9, I don't care. You can do that. You make a donation to my PayPal account, which is down below, $150 a class. You send me an email, say, Bruce, I have a cousin of mine, I have a buddy of mine, I have a whatever. I'd like to gift them a class. They've not taken any classes, so send them class number 1, and they can watch it at their leisure, and then I'll be able to talk to them about it and see what happens. In other cases, some of you are saying to me, I'd like to gift a class to somebody who I know has watched some of your classes, but not all of your classes. Here's $150. Here's their contact information. Get a hold of them and tell them they can have whatever class they want, and I'll be more than happy to do that. JR, who's a regular of ours, gifted a class last night to Pulse Guitar, and Pulse Guitar has lesson number 3, and we're good to go. So fantastic. If any of you want to do that, send me an email. If you want me to do it in a public way, I'll be more than happy to do that. If you want me to do it in a private way, just let me know, and we'll set you up. Okay, that's one thing. Number 2, get-togethers this weekend. I'm not exactly sure. I may have a slot. I might not have a slot. I'm waiting for one of my viewers to get back to me whether a viewer wants a slot or not. Next week, Sunday, I'm available at the moment. I just am not sure if Jen will be in the hospital or not at that time. So I'm taking reservations for next week, Sunday. That's the 18th of December. So if you want one of those 3 slots, 10 in the morning, noon, or 2 in the afternoon, all Eastern time, just send me an email. Say, hey, Bruce, I'd like to get together with you next week, and can you put me down for whatever? I'll slot you in, get you set up, and then if I have to make it postponement, I'll give you as much notice as I can, but hopefully it'll all work out. Okay, there's that. What else? Thank you again for those of you who have been subscribing to this channel, just becoming subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for doing that. You're finding me, I don't know how, maybe because of the thumbs ups that have been done out here. Thank you for those of you who are giving this channel thumbs ups. Really appreciate it. We're always begging for 200 thumbs ups for the morning show, 100 for the afternoon show. If you can hit that thumbs up button right now, do so. If you're watching on a rerun, hit the thumbs up button, even if you're watching on the rerun. We really love that added momentum to this channel. People are finding us who've never heard of us before and wondering, what is this channel all about? Is a guy talking about the market, doesn't have any fancy graphs, no fancy quote things going on, just an old bald guy talking, and his viewers, most of them talking about how much money they're making in the market. What kind of a channel is this? This doesn't exist anywhere else. This can't be real. Oh, it's real. Maybe you can join the party, pal, and come along with us. Thank you, those of you who are joining this channel as members, because during the trading hours, we reserve this chat area for members only, and they talk to each other. They talk to me, they ask me a question, other members kick in with their answers, and it's a great way to collaborate and become even smarter and how to play the market, but in particular, even more important, how to become a good option writer and, in effect, bring money in from assets you're sitting on anyway and turning your account into a cash machine rather than just some black hole somewhere that you put money into and nothing ever happens with it. I cannot tell you how many times I have had this story from my viewers who've said to me, Bruce, for years and years and years, I just put money in every month into my account. I don't even pay attention to it because it's so dang boring. All of a sudden, watching you and doing option writing, oh my God, I have a reason to live. I can't wait for the market to start every day. I can't wait for Monday mornings. Sunday nights drives me nuts because I know Monday morning the market's open again and we're writing. We're making money on these options. I cannot believe that that we can actually do this, even though we are small investors when you consider how big the business really is. The option writing business is a multi-billion-dollar a day business, multi, if not trillions a week. It's a huge deal, and you guys can get your share of the action with $1,000 investment. I mean, you can buy a deep in the money call on Cisco, Pfizer, HPQ. You could buy a $3,000-$4,000 in the money call for Apple and write a contract against it. You can buy GameStop contracts for $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 deep in the money calls, right on those. There's a lot to learn, and there's a lot of potential here, and a whole bunch of folks here have figured it out, and they've taken the time to say, okay, I'm going to give this guy a month. I'll give him a month. I'll watch him for a month. I'm going to watch these comments, and I'm going to follow these people. I notice that the same people are here every day. Isn't that interesting? And they talk about the markets on good days, bad days, quiet days, and they talk about option writing and making money no matter what the market is doing. It's unbelievable. And what happens is after a week or two, they'll go, I'm going to watch a couple of his classes because I need to get with the program here. These classes are in plain English. They're an hour and a half, 2 hours long each. They're $150. I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to throw $300 into my head here, into here. 2 classes I'm going to watch, and then keep hanging out here. And then it just goes on from there. You just get into it. And you realize, oh my God, I can do this too. Oh Lord, I have 20,000 in the market that I've had in it forever, doing jack squat. I can make this money make money, like some really nice returns. Why don't I get with the program? Because you only go around once, kids. The millionaires and billionaires are doing it. Why not you? Build it from here to a level that can make a difference in your life. Anyway, thank you all for everything that you do, the kind words that you send us, the private messages we get all the time. You guys are awesome. I appreciate everything. My Jennifer Aniston, hot Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife, is so appreciative of all of your kind words and these donations that you've been making to her hip replacement surgery unofficial fund. Thank you. Just, you guys are unbelievable. You're over the top. Thank you guys very much. We're excited. We're getting closer here for Jen to head in, and we're down here in Palm Desert where it's going to be done. So we're pretty stoked up here about what's coming up. Can't wait to now work on the next phase after we have her in there to work on recovery. So yeah, we'll keep you posted. It's exciting. We have 129 thumbs ups. Thank you everybody for this. I appreciate all of you for giving me thumbs ups already. We're trying to get to 200. We need now, here we are, 130. We need 70 more. 70 more, please, if that's possible. Are 70 people out there able to give us a thumbs up? We have 241 watching, 130, and there got to be 70 out there. If you can throw that thumbs up button for a little hit there, let me know what number you are. I would love to hear that. Thank you, everybody, very, very much for this continued support. GameStop right now is down 7 cents at $22.19. We've traded 228,000 in the pre-market, which is more than usual, but it is the day after earnings. I'm not surprised to see this volume. I would like to see a lot more of it, but I just don't know if the shares can go up today. I just don't know. There is nothing that came out last night that says to me, oh, we're going to $50 a share. I don't know anything of that nature. If you haven't got it, you haven't got anything to announce anyway, and they obviously didn't, then you don't make promises you can't keep. Fair enough. Just be upfront with everybody on where you're at and what's going on, and we'll we're long-termers. We're here for you, but give us a clue sometime about what you have in mind. Tell us how the weather is at your head office. Just talk to us. Just talk to us. Tell us how it's going in Pittsburgh with that new distribution center. Tell us how you're doing in Reno with that new distribution center. How are things at the Seattle office, the Boston office? How are things in the customer service center in Florida? Are you handling more online orders than you've ever thought possible, or are you halfway to your goal, a quarter? I don't know. Anything we're desperate. We really would like to have info about just how you doing, how you guys feeling. Something, give us something, because we're in the dark here. I'm in the dark here, and I don't like being in the dark. We're down 28 cents on GameStop at 21.98 as we are 2 minutes away from opening. And like I said, options are under pressure. Those of you writing options, you're going to do well. Do not be surprised if option premiums drop in the next couple of days, because the party's over. The party was yesterday. The hype ended at the bell last night, and the chips were stale, and the pop is flat, and the beer tastes kind of funky. And then the cops turned on the lights, and it's not pretty, because we saw so-and-so making out with so-and-so, and we never thought that he and she would ever do that. Just exactly what was that they were doing? Anyway, I never seen that before. Anyway, thank you all for joining us and being here. We're at 132 thumbs up. Nick S., thank you, my friend. Appreciate these thumbs ups coming in. Everybody, help us out. We're up 100 points on the Dow with a minute to go before we start trading for the day. Larry Titus, I'm sure, is getting ready to hit those bells for us, because the man is always there. Thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, let's see what happens, kids. We've got, we got another day of fun. And tomorrow, option expiry Friday. Oh my gosh, option expiry Friday tomorrow. And then the next Friday is December 16th. Oh, there are contracts falling apart over there. Big time. 22.07 right now in GameStop, down 19 cents. And we are about to kick this party over. I'm going to start the daytime version of the party and just see what happens here. We gained 1.5 points on the Dow yesterday after it was all said and done. It was a nothing burger. Now we're going to see if there's any upside to this market after the first 2 days of this week being losses, yesterday being a flat day. What happens today? I don't know if we're going up or not. I really don't know. There's this constant drumbeat right now of news. Inflation's over. I don't buy it. Not a chance do I buy this. We are about to enter domestic homemade inflation rather than imported inflation from the outside. We're now creating it from the inside out, and it's going to be ugly. I'm not kidding. It's going to be ugly. Okay, but today might be a good start to the day. That's it. It just might be a good start today. I don't know how to feel about that. All right, so there you go. Rock on, says Blair. Larry has done the deed. We have rung the bells. We're up and running. We're open. We're ready for business. Let's see what this market has for us, and let's try to make some money. We're up 150 at the moment, I think. I'm trying to follow the initial sequence of opening trades here. 130, 150 point gain right now. Let's see. Dude is saying, I highly recommend everyone go see Violent Night or stream it. A tad gruesome, but it is a real winner. Strong diehard vibes. I loved it. Right on. Let's get ready to party, says Bama Babe. Flint Creek Soap Company. How can I resist buying ATIP today? 30 cents a share, 30.6 cents a share. Unbelievable. AJ, thanks, Larry. I was actually awaiting the opening today. Could not wait. We're up 43 cents at the moment on GameStop at $22.69. We'll see how much oomph this has and what's into it, what it's got going for it. Those of you who have purchased back call options and are now looking to write new call options, keep your eye peeled here on the stock. If it has a little bounce this morning, you may want to take advantage of this little pop and score some nice premiums. Make sure you write out of the money calls, score yourself some deals, but whatever turns you on, do it. 31.9 cents on ATIP. We're actually up 1.3 cents this morning on ATIP. Tesla down 119 to 172.85. SoFi is down 1 penny to 429. We got Apple up $1.34 now. SoFi just went unchanged. HPQ up 27 cents. Amazon up 22. Home Depot down $1. Cisco up 68 cents, and Netflix is up $1. We're up 14 points on S&P, 48 on NASDAQ, and we're up 129 on the Dow. All three indexes are up about 1/3 of a point to 0.4% of a percentage point. Slightly higher on the opening. Oil up $2 a barrel to 74.02, and that's all she wrote there. There are all kinds of concerns about demand issues for oil circulating around. It never stops, and I don't think it's going to anytime soon. I got Pfizer off 8 cents, IBM up 140, Microsoft down 65. It's a mixed opening. Vanik is up 80, Adobe down $1.12, Goldman up 88. Google's up 49 cents, Boeing up 430, Moderna up 34 cents, Meta Platforms up 243 to 116. ME up a half a penny. Rocket Lab is up 1 cent. Matterport down 3, SmartRent down 4 cents, Spire unchanged. Cyxtera down 2 pennies. We haven't got much going on yet. A lot of sideliner people on the sidelines wondering. Tax loss selling is going on. Revisions are coming. A recession is coming. Do I want to chase this market right now? Do I really want to chase this market? A lot of questions. We're only up 110 on the Dow now. Yeah, we're not coming up 500 points to start the day here, kids. It's not happening. So let's see how this plays out. GameStop 2270 now, 2279. I think we touched 2280. 2276. We're up 50 cents ish, sort of, kind of, little tiny recovery bounce maybe. The low of 21.97, the high of 23.17 apparently, but I don't know if we even traded. Well, maybe we did touch it. I don't know. Volume of 788,000 to start things off with, and we'll see if it gets real quiet from here. Shares, Uncle Bruce, I read that starting January, the U.S. is changing price comparison to 1 year from 2 years for the CPI. Will that start to falsely show inflation has dropped? Boy, I don't know. I haven't heard this, and I don't understand it. I don't know. I mean, whatever the U.S. government does, they'll have their statistics. Then there'll be the analysts who have theirs, and then there'll be other indexes out there and other indicators out there to give theirs, and we just got to try to figure it out. I don't quite know, Shiz. I really don't know. Alex, 130 thumbs up this morning, has a decreased feel to it. Bobby, is that the Santa Hero movie? I think that's the one, Bobby. Yeah. And Nazareth, GameStop high is 23.13 so far. GameStop is 23.01 right at the moment, up 75 cents. That's what we have at the moment in this market. We're up 117 on the Dow, 7.5 on S&P, 11 on NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ, S&P are backing off. They're only up 1/10 of a point, 1/5 of a point. The Dow's only up 1/3 of a point. All three markets are slumping right now. They're slumping. We'll see if this dead cat thing lasts 10 minutes and may go into the red again. I don't know. We're watching that very, very closely. Anyway, Pulse Guitar, is JRP around here? Thank you so much for the Christmas present, brother. I got it this morning. Best presents are the ones that keep on giving. You rock, bro. Let me know if I can shred again, like Pulse Guitar. JRP picked up sent me a donation so that I could give Pulse Guitar a lesson, and Pulse Guitar took lesson number 3. He's moving up one after another, learning how options work, and way to go, Pulse Guitar. Way to shred those guitar licks for that video all about Rugman. Well done, everybody, and JRP, buddy, way to go, man. That was an awesome move on your part, and yeah, a gift that will keep on giving is right. This is a life changer. Pretty awesome stuff, man. If any of you would like to gift a class or more, 1 or 2 or 3, let me know. Send me an email. Send me a donation on PayPal for each class, and I'll get you set up. We'll take care of it however you want it done. Pretty cool bean stuff. I'm going to be watching after this morning show. I'm going to watch my lesson this morning. Right on, man. Good stuff. I love it. I know that he was planning on getting another lesson shortly. I think he's going to pick up number 4 in a few days. So Ryan is moving up in the world, picking up the classes and absorbing the knowledge needed to write options and make a living off them. Beautiful stuff, everybody. I love it. 22.60 on GameStop. We just dropped 40 cents. We're only up 34 now. GameStop is backing off again. The low of 21.97, the high of 23.17. The Dow is not going anywhere. We're up about 130-ish, but the S&P is only up 8. Nasdaq's only up 8.5. We're backing off. Nasdaq's not even up 1/10 of a percentage point anymore. It looks like Nasdaq is about to go red. We're only up 5 now. We're falling fast on Nasdaq quotes. Yep, just went red on Nasdaq. Just went negative on the Nasdaq exchange. The S&P is up 6.8 and it's backing off. The Dow's all by itself up 0.4 of a point, and that will not last. We'll see what happens with that. All right. Thank you all for being here again with us. 22.40 on GameStop. We're only up 14 cents. We're backing off. Again, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop on GameStop. I'm waiting for the market to realize that there's potential talk that they might do an acquisition. That the acquisition won't save the market. It's not going to make the stock go to $40 a share. An acquisition could make the stock go to 10 to 15 because of dilution concerns. Nothing's been announced. Nothing's been talked about, but the word acquisition was made last night in the conference call by the CEO. And you got to wonder, have they got something in mind? If so, what? And if they're going to acquire anything, you're not going to acquire a $200 million company and it's going to make you $1 billion a year. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to acquire a $5 billion company that might make you $400 million a year. You got to pay for earnings. Where are they coming up with $5 billion or $10 billion? They don't have it. They going to get it from selling stock into the market. You're down to $15 a share in a heartbeat or less. You're going to do it doing bonds. You're not going to go to the bond market, the traditional bond market. You got to go to the junk bond market. And now you're going to pay dearly for that, plus maybe dilution of stock on top of it. So the acquisition would have to be killer. I mean, phenomenally good to want to make the company want to do anything like that. And I don't know who we're talking about. I have no idea. Is it an existing public company? Is it a private concern? What? I'm in the dock here. We don't know. We're at 160 on the Dow, a little better on the Dow. Nasdaq is up 6 points, went in red, and now it's back, but it's not going very far. S&P's in the middle. They're up 10 points, going nowhere fast right now. Okay. Display respect for that movie. Those viewers who can gift a class are really the best ones. Respect for the move. Gifting a class. From my side, again, thanks to DQ and Alberto. Yeah, that's right. Uncle Bruce, are you recommending to move to HBQ to survive from the option gains when it really goes to 15 at GameStop? Only different way for me would be to accumulate cash and buy soon another 100 GameStop under 20. I'm not saying sell GameStop. I'm just being realistic about what's going on. The stock GameStop $22.77 up 50 cents. We've dropped $5 this week. And we're up 50 cents right now. So the earnings did not save the momentum loss in value. It didn't save it. Option premiums are crapping out, which is what we were looking for. I have been calling for a major sell-off of the stock market. We haven't got it yet. We had a 700-point drop in Monday, Tuesday, and then yesterday we did nothing, and now we're up 150 points on the Dow. We have not had a major sell-off of the August rally. Hasn't happened yet. I'm calling for it. I'm expecting it. It's going to hit the market across the board. The question is, where will GameStop be when that happens? Where will Cisco be? Where will Pfizer be? Where will HBQ be? And so on and so on and so on and so on. But you option writers, I've been telling you, and I'm still telling you, the best way to go, I think, is writing out of the money calls a month or two down the road for as much cash as you can get your hands on. And if you can acquire cheap, deep in the money calls and write more contracts, even better. Way to go. That's the strategy that I've been talking about. I think that's the way you want to keep doing it. Okay. 22.81 on GameStop. It's trying to go back to 23. It's up 55 cents, going nowhere quickly. Alex, the best acquisition for GameStop would be the one that contemplates the existing business, like SoFi buying Technisys. Barry, you scared me already a little there. Well, you got to stay on top of this market. Alex, no idea what company would fit the bill. I am with you, Alex. No idea. JR, well, I don't use my phone in the shower, so sorry for the delay. Right on, JR. We've been talking about you. Welcome back. Alberto, we are family. I got all my Bagel family members with me. Splair TV, get that moolah out there, buddy. Alberto, JR, no phone in the shower. What is wrong with you today? Splair, gosh, that won't be enjoyable for SoFi, GameStop, and Matterport. Touch grass. How cool would it be if GameStop acquired Valve? JR, Pulse, Merry Christmas, buddy. I hope the class will help you and your family know more about financial freedom from learning about call writing. Rock and roll. That's fun. One teacher to a student right there. You got to love that. That's a substitute teacher doing his job. Awesome stuff, man. Thank you, everybody, and congratulations all. 22.62 on GameStop. We're only up 35 cents. We're not going anywhere. I don't think so. ATIP is at 30.7 cents a share, up 1/10 of a penny today. ATIP is up 1/10 of a penny on 60,000 shares this morning. Tesla 170.22, down 382 a share. SoFi 428.5, down 1.5 cents. Apple is up 68 cents. No, it's up 51 cents. Apple just shifted. Still at 141.44. Not going anywhere today. More trouble in Apple land. HPQ is up 18 cents to 28.01. It's dropped off about $2+ in the last week or so. Amazon 88.05, down 41 cents. We couldn't hold 100. We can't hold 90. Now we're at 88. Home Depot 321.78, up 162. Cisco up 57 cents to 48.72. Netflix down $1.63 to 306.79. Pfizer up 4 cents to 50.28. IBM up 110. Microsoft down 35 cents. Vanik down a penny. Adobe down 67 cents. Goldman is up 114. Google down 92 now to 94.23. Boeing up 581. Moderna up 135. Meta up 98 cents. ME down 3.5. Rocket Lab up 4.5 cents. Matterport down 1.5. SmartRent down 1 penny. Big day yesterday for SmartRent. It was a good move. Down a penny today. That's all. Spire up a penny at 120 a share. Cyxtera down 3 cents. Royal Caribbean down up $1.49 to 58.03. AMC and Ape. AMC is up 16 cents. Ape shares 0.6 of a cent. The Ape preferred shares are 81.7 cents. Now, if I recall, I thought they started trading they were up here early on at 7 something a share, but they claim to have had a high of 10.50. Now 81 cents, and this is since August. Yeah, it's been a bad fall. August 24th, 25th. What a disaster on the Ape story. Really, really pathetic. AMC, like I say, 622. The shares of AMC just before the split got up to the $26 level. They had been sort of that 13.12 level. They were down in the 11.90 level in June. They went all the way up to $26. They couldn't sell a single share for a single dollar to raise any fresh cash. They're limited, and they had to go this split route with these prefs, and it's been a disaster. And the company has raised zero money, and they have destroyed their common shareholders' values to $6.24 a share. From 26 at one point with the hype, and it's just a disaster. It's a complete and utter disaster. Bed Bath Beyond down a dime. Carvana is up 39 cents to 4.22. Talk about a disaster. Robinhood down 7 cents. BlackBerry up 2. Target up 31. JP Morgan up 99. Costco down $6 again to 4.76. Walmart down 28. Disney is up a quarter at 92.40. Nvidia down 48 cents. American Airlines 13.72. Can't hold 14 these days. It's up 17 cents. Still can't hold $14 a share on American Airlines. Okay, we're up 140 on the Dow. GameStop just popped here while I'm yapping away at 23.60. It's up 134 now. It's had a little pop. I don't know. There's a headline again, says GameStop CEO says open to pursue acquisitions after earnings miss. Well, that means You're looking to buy something from a weakness point of view. You're in a weak state, losing money. You're looking to buy something. This does not make your stock go up. No, it doesn't. So these shares are popping here to 23.45. They have no business being here because of that headline. Oh no, not again. That should be a negative $1.35 from a position. But let the market figure it out. The stock will tell us how it wants to go, where it wants to go, and it'll all work itself out. 23.70 was the high for a nanosecond, and now we're 23.31. Up 105. It's already backed off 40 cents in a minute. We'll see what's going on here. Okay. Thank you, everybody. This is all good stuff. What else we got going on here? Dude, everyone give Uncle Bruce the thumbs. Dude, I've got 2 accounts. I've given him thumbs ups on both. DQ, Pulse Guitar says we'll shred for classes. Rock and roll. Splair, and thanks, Uncle Bruce, for helping us be ahead of the market. Odin's Pumpkin. GameStop could buy Micro Center. It's already a big store, square foot wise. It sells all sorts of electronic products and gaming PC parts and pre-built PCs. Pulse Guitar, yes, sir. The biggest thing for me is that these covered calls will allow us to continue paying for in-home ABAOT feeding therapies for my autistic son. Y'all have no idea how relief knowing this is. That's huge. That is awesome. Pulse, and yes, I will pay Steve via iTunes. I will play Steve iTunes for classes, laughing out loud. Mirko just bought back a Tesla covered call 175 for this Friday at 132. I sold yesterday at 489. Mirko, nice job.
Nice.
Brian, I am thumbs up 159. Splair, and by the way, Alberto, I try my best with the moolah. Actually, I make gains for the complete year. It took only 3 months and some extra dough from savings account. Right on, buddy. Nazareth, GameStop is running. We're at 23.29, up $1.03. When are we writing? People asks Joe. Brian, always be writing. Always, says DQ. Always. Vilbus, I just sold a GameStop January $24 contract. Jan 24th contract for $349. Right on. Splair, for real, I could close a call and write one dollar higher. It was so obviously looking at my chart that a spike is incoming. BW RCL booking glitch. We're sorry to inform you that due to an unexpected inventory error, your scheduled Wonder of the Seas, the December 11th, 2022 sailing is currently oversold in certain stateroom categories.
No.
They're becoming an airline, selling goods they haven't got, and it's legal. Unbelievable. When are they getting sued? I bought some GameStop calls yesterday. I bought some gambling money. It didn't make much, but I offloaded them on that pop for lunch money profit. It's something I do not condone this. Brittany Griner has been released. We know she's out. Nazareth Coyote, I sold those.
For an arms dealer.
Yeah, I sold those Jan 20s for $425, says Coyote. Bought them back yesterday for $265. Used the profits to buy 200 more GameStop at $22.47. Waiting now to write on GameStop. DQ, profit is a profit, says DQ to Coyote. Yes, indeed. All righty. Thank you. How are you, Auntie Jen?
I'm good. Yeah, it seemed really fair to me. A trace of cannabis oil
For an arms
the
dealer.
worst arms name. That seems fair.
I kind of wonder if there's a possible future considerations deal being done here.
There's a bus coming.
A second round pick plus future considerations. There might be something else in the wind here. I don't know.
There you go.
A little good faith on the one side, for another, I don't.
So the market is up today. Does it feel like it just went too far yesterday?
The Dow was up 1.5 points.
Oh.
We lost 700 Monday, Tuesday.
In the old days, we called that flat.
Yeah, we're up 171, and this could be a dead cat bounce of epic proportions.
Because they didn't, or again, did the market just feel it was oversold? And now that the news is out, but
yeah. Jobless claims climbed to 230,000 in the sign that labor market may be slowly cooling off. That's a headline that came out today. Yeah, could be. Sure. I mean, the Fed is doing everything they can to slow hiring. They're trying to slow the economy down. We'll see how that works out. I was mentioning earlier that on January the 1st, all Social Security recipients in America get an 8.6% raise.
Right.
You know, your pension went up
Yes.
already, and this is coming. So the amount of money that is going to enter the U.S. economy from the government coffers, you know,
Mhm.
from Social Security's coffers to the public and then out in the economy will create jobs, will create employment opportunities, will inflate inflation. So this
Well-
so-called we've defeated inflation talk, don't believe it. It's
Now
bunk.
isn't normally a time for hiring because most companies run on a calendar year. They're getting close to the end of this year's budget. They don't have new money until January the 1st. They've already hired their temporary workers for the Christmas season. So it's usually a downtime.
But with 11 million job openings available,
Oh, yeah.
employers have been reluctant to let people go because once they get them, they know it's difficult to replace them when necessary.
Right?
And if you're going to have the Delta pilots, as an example, get a 34% pay raise, American Airlines saying no to a 22% raise,
Yeah.
the unionized rail workers just got themselves a big bunch of money. Social Security recipients getting 8.6%. The amount of cash entering the U.S. economy in the first quarter of 2023 will be huge, massive.
Yeah. Because most of those people, they don't save it, they spend it.
They have to spend it.
They spend
They're
it,
getting
in
crushed.
retail.
They're
Yeah.
getting crushed in inflation. This is money that is instantly already pre-spent, is going to be instantly going to the economy. Credit card bills are going to be paid down for Christmas expenses. There's a ton of money going
Well,
into
and
the
they're
economy.
buying food, they're buying gas, they're spending it in
They're not
retail.
buying diamond rings and Gucci handbags, okay? The seniors who are getting this 8% raise, that's going to medication, it's going to medical devices, it's going to food, it is going to shelter. This is going into the economy
doesn't
and
stay
will
in
just
their pocket.
add into the U.S. economy's strength, which is bad news for the Fed, which means they have to get stronger on interest rate rises to stem the gains. The problem is when you help the bottom rung of society, those who are the poorest, the problem, they spend that money. To me, that's a good thing. I think giving people cash to stay ahead of inflation is a good thing. And
I'd
those,
rather have you spend it than the government spend it.
I'd rather have
Yeah.
I'd rather have Social Security payouts being handed out than having those people go to a food bank and get their food from there.
Well, and you get
I'd
that
rather than being able to
multiplier
afford it.
effect of the dollar.
Yeah,
The dollar ends up being worth like 5 government dollars
yeah.
because it's rolled over.
It's rolled into the economy. I would really like to see that child care credit be reinstated in the United States. I'd really like to see that happen again. I don't know if the Democrats can get it through before the end of the year because they're, it's going to be replaced by the Republicans in the House.
Yeah.
But if they can ram that thing through somehow, some way, that would be a positive move for the economy. But we'll see. There's a lot of going on right now. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining in. We're up 197 on the Dow. Okay, we can have an update. It can happen. It might not last, but it can happen. S&P's up 21, Nasdaq's up 57. All indexes are now up about a half a point each. Ballpark. Oil is still up 142, but it's losing. It was up over 250. Now it's only up 140. So we got that going on. GameStop 23.46 after reaching a high today of 23.75. Now I'm showing it at 359, 374. I don't know which quote to believe. It's as wide as a Mack truck. Some of these quotes, crazy. Anyway,
Time to write a call if it's going down again.
that's right. Time to write calls up here and take the money.
So what you gonna have on a Thursday?
What to do? Oh, I know what to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you see that?
Notice the sinuses are not
They're
flowing very
they're
well.
Not flowing.
I think we need a sinus opening upper. We need to relieve the sinuses and
You
get
need a
them
little
flowing.
ham and cheese. To
I
go
got a
with
box
that
of Kleenex
horseradish.
over here, and I'm thinking ham and cheese with that horseradish on there. We bought.
I got you. It's
we went
good
to-
stuff.
We went to Walmart the other
I'll
day.
start cooking. You tell.
Or I'll tell the story. Thanks, Auntie Jen. I went to Walmart the other day. We're looking for horseradish, and we found a creamed horseradish that I took a chance on. Had some last night. Oh, is this stuff potent? It just hits right there, hits the sinuses, wah, and just opens it up. There are no fisherman's friends that can do this. This is better than menthol, let me tell you. This really kicked in. So a bagel with ham and cheese and some horseradish on it. Let's get this party started. Yeah, okay. Triple G, Bruce has discussed the fact that FTX appeared to be taking payments for tokenized stocks, but we're never actually buying any stock to back the tokenized stocks, question mark. I seem to indicate, if I recall, something about how a lot of so-called crypto entities were offering all kinds of unbelievable interest rate opportunities for your cryptocurrencies. In other words, transfer to us your Bitcoin or your FTX or your Ethereum or whatever you're holding, and we will give you daily interest as a payment. But what they didn't brag about and didn't really highlight very much was what they were doing, was they were taking your crypto and giving it a dollar value, and you'd have a dollar value in your account that would earn interest on it. They were then using your crypto to add to their crypto balances, whatever they were, and all the other clients they had. And they would take that money, that crypto, and they would lend it out to others in the derivatives markets. And they were trying to haul higher interest payments in off of crypto than they were paying for it to you. They were claiming that you could at any time withdraw your investment, and you would have your crypto transferred to you wherever you wanted it transferred to. Now, these firms also started coming up with credit card programs. They started coming up with credit cards where they would say, you can have a credit card based on your crypto, and when you go out and spend something, you can use a credit card for gas or for whatever, and the retailer would get paid in dollars, and you would be deducted the crypto if that's what you wanted to do. There were just all kinds of schemes going on out there, tons of them. Very, very smart mathematician type people were trying to figure out a way to make a spread on the commodity, crypto, and dollars, currency. And there were a ton of these outfits. Well, the problem is that when FTX collapsed, values disappeared, and people who tried to cash in now are finding that they couldn't cash in their dollars or their crypto for dollars or their crypto for crypto because it disappeared. These entities were so over leveraged themselves, they leveraged themselves into oblivion. And so now we have a liquidity problem, or we had a liquidity problem show up a few weeks ago that really began to get headlines. I think there's a lot more under the surface yet to be discovered. We've already had hundreds of millions of dollars written off by a lot of entities out there who've already said we've walked away from our investment on this or that. We've written it off. We've lost everything. We're never going to see it a nickel again. So Triple G, I don't know how deep this is with this quote of yours, but yeah, it's not pretty. By the way, the Dow's up 251 right now. We're up on, let's take a look at these other indexes. S&P's up 30, NASDAQ is up 100. The Dow's up 0.73, S&P up 0.75, NASDAQ up 0.90 of a percentage point. Is it a great, big, fat, giant update? No. It's higher by 0.75 of a percentage point. That's what we got. Oil is up 176. GameStop, $23.18, up 92 cents. It's not leading the market higher. It's just a dead cat bounce at the moment. We'll see what there is with it, to it, for it. Volume today on GameStop is 2.5 million shares. So there's a lot of speculation going on with some folks. I think there was quite a bit of buying that came in here. There may have been a whole bunch of shorting all this week into this stock based on the so-so results we were going to get that we got. And today is kind of a settle up day, and the stock is settling and fluctuating between waves of short sellers buying back their stock and others getting in. I don't know. 2.5 million traded. We're at 23.23 with the high of the day today, 23.90. 23.90 looks like that was the high trade of the session. We're now at 23.29. We're 61 cents off the high of the day at 23.29 right now. There is volatility here today because the stock is off $4 or $5 for the week. No surprise to see a dead cat recovery of some kind, but can it last? We just went down to 23.23. Now we're only up 97 cents. Okay. Coyote, I know you don't condone it. That's why I didn't say anything yesterday. It was a cheap gamble hedge. I still have all my calls out. Don't worry. Like I say, it's I just don't want to. I just hate to have people get caught on a long position after working their butts off to take their short positions, get their accounts set up, take all the courses, and do your thing. If you concentrate on what it is you do best, if you're doing well covered call writing, keep it up. But hey, it's your money. It's not my money. It's your money. John Anderson, hello. Jen Splair. I appreciate any information about that business and look forward to buy another 100 Tilray, says Splair. Touch Grass, COLA adjustments, cost of living adjustments. Yes. Ed Hawkins, my Q-Trade account and the whole site is unavailable, says Ed. Brian, Questrade blew up. Haha, that's my broker too. Lorraine, Pulse Guitar. I too had an autistic son. He passed from lupus many years ago. He had wonderful teachers, so I became a special ed teacher.
Oh, good for you.
Coyote, Lorraine, I'm sorry for your loss, but I think it's amazing that you turned into helping other kids who need it. It takes a special type of person to teach and help in such a way. Props to you. Touch Grass, loving this post-split volatility. Flint Creek, thank you for the orders today. I see you guys. Flint, my ATIP average is 43 cents, at least in one account. We're now at 30.2 cents on ATIP.
So it's great.
Bama Babe, has anyone besides me got another airline nightmare story about buying insurance in case of a cancellation to get money back for tickets? And when I was forced to cancel trip due to death in the family? Paul's Guitar, wow, Lorraine, I'm so sorry for your loss. Turning that energy outwards to help others is massive, speaks volumes. Makes a massive difference in the lives of those who need help. Thanks for what you do. Bama Babe, I have been fighting 2 months to get my money back, even though I bought the insurance to get it back. Weird. Thank you, Jen, so much.
It's very hard. I think it's the toaster.
Oh, this. Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
People are asking me, is that a pretzel bagel you have there? Well, it's kind of like a crunchy pretzel bagel, but
Because it was well baked.
Yeah.
When we got them. And this toaster oven, it takes so long to toast them.
Yeah.
That it just dries them.
It dries them out. Yeah. It's going to be a crunchy bagel today.
Oh, yeah.
But I see horseradish in there.
Oh, there's lots of horseradish.
Oh, there's going to be flowing. Oh, there's going to be tears of joy.
Your teeth are going to get a workout.
Oh, thank you, Auntie Jen. Oh, geez. Nazareth, whole market ripping right now. GameStop almost 24. VVAG. Go Rugman. GameStop. Go, says VVAG. Triple G. How many hedge funds were working with and through FTX and just lost collateral they supposedly had because of the whole FTX poop show? I agree. Nazareth, SPY backing up also. So the buy program is over for the moment. We are up 269 points on the Dow, 29 on S&P, and 96 on NASDAQ. 3/4 of a point approximately on Dow, NASDAQ, 0.88 on, 3/4 of a point gain on Dow and S&P 500. NASDAQ up 0.88, almost 0.9. Oil up 182. All right. 23.29 on GameStop. No. Hang on. I've got to refresh. One of my quotes is wrong. 23.72, up $1.46. We're trying to climb again. All right. Splair, Uncle Bruce, bagel time. Lorraine, thank you guys. Splair, let Jen scroll and take the bagel. Let's see. Insurance companies will always fight you to the depths of hell, says Coyote. Nazareth buy program is back on. Splair, horseradish, look out. Bama Babe, Coyote. I paid $780 insurance that I will never get back, and now having to fight to get money back for tickets. Oh my gosh, ridiculous. All right, everybody. Let's give this thing a shot here. We got the ham and cheese here on the bagel. There it is, and it's really crunchy. Oh my goodness gracious. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's crunchy, all right. Oh yeah, man. This is going to be a battle. No doubt about this. Oh my gosh, what a battle we're going to have. Okay, we're up 266 on the Dow. We're at 2355 on GameStop, up 129. High of the day, 2390 on GameStop, and we're at 2355. I saw that seed sitting there. Okay. Oh man, Bama babe, I feel for you. It is just not fair. It is ridiculous. All right. U.S. bond yields jump ahead of producer price index report for November. I think that comes out tomorrow. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. HKIP is up 31.8 cents. It's higher. 1.2 cents higher. Tesla's up 26 cents. SoFi up a dime. 440 on SoFi. Go SoFi. Apple 143.02 up $2. Oh boy. Mm. That is crunchy. HBQ up 32. Amazon $90, $90.49. HD Home Depot up 230. Cisco up 73 cents. Netflix up 359. Okay. Check your teeth for the next bite. Everything is green, says Flint Creek. BW Bruce, when you are eating, you should have a Hollywood Foley artist recording the chew sounds for commercials to be used through the centuries. Coyote. Did anyone pick up GameStop in the aftermarket when it nearly dipped to 21? And Splayer, Matterport is even lower and up a dime. It's even lower and up a dime. Well, there you go. All right, we've got the Dow holding a 250 gain at the moment. GameStop at 23.76, up $1.49. The high of the day, 23.90. All right. Oh boy. Mm. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. You know what sucks? Who sucks? UPS. They destroy packages and they blame customers. There you go. Yeah, I love it when you hand UPS a pristine box, lovingly taped and wrapped and sealed. It arrives beaten to crap, and you're the one who's the problem. You gave it to them perfectly. Shouldn't have given them the perfect box in the first place. I mean, it's ridiculous. Crazy stuff, man. Just crazy, crazy stuff. Mm. GameStop's up 23.90. High of the day. Okay. Oh, that horseradish is flowing through the sinuses. Oh boy. Here's an interesting little headline. What do you think about this one? I'm 53, it says. I just got laid off. I'm wondering what to do now. I have $425,000 saved for retirement, $10,000 in an HSA, and a property I could sell for an extra $200,000 in cash. Is getting professional help wise? Here's the dumb question of the day. Do you think this person should be coming over here to watch this show? Should they be here? I would say, yeah. Might not be a bad idea to find Uncle Bruce on the YouTube channels world and learn how to write stock options, pal. You don't ever have to work again. Oh my gosh. This is these are the folks out there who just don't realize how great life could be. Oh my God. I just had a glass PC case that I ordered a few years ago. I had a glass PC case ordered a few years ago. I had Fragile written all over it. It looks like they jumped my package in the alley over $35. The glass was shattered. DQ, Flint Creek. I used to have a roommate that worked at the UPS distribution center. You wouldn't believe the stories. AJ, Flint Creek, our company had to switch to FedEx. We had too many problems for too many years with UPS. Mr. Premium, I kind of did gonna let my cash secured put $24 strike get assigned. I got $2.99 for it. That equals $21.01. In Germany, I had a good experience with UPS. Coyote, this guy, give me your money. I'll handle it for you. We'll both be rich. Someone notify the 50-year-old guy. Unbelievable. Get a hold of that poor bugger. Karen, do we have to start taking pictures of our boxes now? Flint Creek, UPS is awful. I do believe how bad. I watched my driver drop $200,000 can of oil and walk away. I said, not so fast. That box you just dropped, 6 foot, is valued at $2,000. Wow, Nazareth, 20 or 15 on GameStop, 24.18 now. Flint Creek, they destroyed three $3,000 printers in a row for me. In a row. Alberto, true story. I left my wallet at a hotel room a couple of weeks ago. The hotel sent it out via UPS overnight. 6 days later, it arrives at a UPS building. Go to pick it up, and they mandate ID for my wallet in the box. Nazareth 2425 now. Alberto, my wallet is in the box. Oh gosh. Karen, all my friends have financial planners. They look down their nose at me because I like to do my own thing. All my friends have financial planners. Flint Creek, I hate UPS. Hate, I'm saying the word hate here. Dude, Bama Babe, contact your local state consumer protection agency, get on social media and voice your complaint, then contact your local broadcast news. That'll get their attention. Splair, laugh out loud, Flint. Had to imagine that situation. Looked funny, but sounds like a lot of stress for you. Vilbus, I ship hundreds of items a year and never use UPS or FedEx. DQ, Alberto, I can't believe they didn't recognize you from the club. Heathens. Coyote, hate is a strong word, but I really, really, really don't like them. GameStop, 24.30. GameStop, the high of the day here, 24.30 right now, up 204. Okay, here we go. Sometimes I have no choice but use UPS mostly. I own it. I hate them. 24.50, 24.34, 24.40. We're jumping around here. Touch 24.50 for a moment. Of course, GameStop pumps up one after I write on them. Alberto, DQ, I argued with them for an hour or so. I finally said, open the box before releasing. They said, we can't, they said. Finally, manager came down and opened it. I didn't say thank you. My parents, who passed away some years ago, were financial planners and died in Chapter 11. They were Ponzi twice. Keep that in mind. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. DQ, what's in the box? What's in the box? My wallet is in the box. 24.27 on GameStop, up 201. 27.16, 24.16 now. We're off 34 cents from the high of the morning here of 24.50. 24.11 coming back in again on some selling here on GameStop. Volume on GameStop this morning, 3.49 million so far. What's that? 875,000 shares pre-split. Not even a million shares. But it's a slight recovery. 24.15, 24.11 right now. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. 24.09, 24.07 now on GameStop. Sell my house fast in Upper Marlboro. We bought a PI for our son, a PI, and had it shipped UPS. It was stolen from their facility over a weekend. Sony blocked the system and sent out another one. Very interesting. Flint, oh my God, the wallet. Geez, Trucker Tech, sarcastically, but earnings were bad. GameStop is supposed to be down. Welcome to GameStop Logic. Respect the range, 23.28. Right on, Trucker Tech. We're up 250 on the Dow, 190 on GameStop. We're now at 24.16, 24.12. ATIP is at 30.2 cents at the moment. Tesla, 173.14. Down 75 cents roughly. SoFi 437.9, up 8 cents on SoFi. Apple is up 163, HPQ up 38. All right, sell my house. Sorry, it was a PlayStation. Coyote, yep, apes will be buying. They'll buy anything. Nick Morier, Trucker Tech, I am laughing on this one. Bama Babe, what a great day to write cover calls and then put in stink buyback bids. There you go. Yeah, right at these prices, put in stink bids to buy them back. Giddy. Do not fear the upside, kids. Do not fear the upside. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Fun times, kids. We're up 248 on the Dow Jones, 28 on S&P, 110 on NASDAQ. That means 0.77% for the Dow, 77% gain for S&P, and a 1% gain on NASDAQ. Oil up 160 right now. 24.29 last trade on GameStop, up $2.03. 24.25, 24.30. We're volatile today. The high of 24.50 so far. All right. The chart said it was going up today, says Matthew, for GE, GME, actually, he says. There you go. 24.24, 24.21. Now up 195 on the session. Okay. GQ is saying, my old roommate used to tell me how electronics would get lost in the UPS system. We just lost it. No idea what the packages are. They're just lost. Yep. They just get lost. Fun times, huh? Yeah, fun times. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Barron's headline here: Bitcoin trading has fallen off a cliff. FTX has scared people away. Not surprised about that. Just not surprised about that. 24.28 on the GameStop, up 201 at the moment. The high of the day, 24.50. ATIP, 30 cents on the nose right now. Tesla, 173.70, down 33 cents. SoFi, up 8 cents to 438. 438 a share on SoFi. 438. Apple 142.77 up 183, HPQ up 39 cents, Amazon up 159, Home Depot up 180, Cisco up 67 cents, Netflix up 167, Pfizer up 26, IBM up 170, Microsoft up 146, Bannock up 381, Adobe up 545, Goldman up 190, Google down 81 cents, Boeing up 662, Moderna up 372, Meta up 168, ME up 6.5 cents. Rocket Lab up 18.9 cents. Matterport up 12 cents. SmartRent up 13 more to 257. Spire up 7.5 cents to 126.5. Cyxtera 186.5 up 3.5 cents. All of that ATIP is sitting at 31.8 cents a share, up 1.2 cents on ATIP. There you go. VIX just went green, says DQ. People get desperate when times get tough. Karen, everything I wrote on yesterday is up today. There you go. All right. 2407, 2410. We're only up now. 2409, we're only up 183. 2407, 181. GameStop backing off. 2397, just broke $24 here. All right. Oh my God. Oh boy. Oh man. It's too hard. Can't do it. Oh boy. Mm. 23.88 on GameStop. Backing off. 23.88 now. 62 cents under the high of the day. Headline: GameStop's turnaround plan has proved fruitless so far, says analyst. There you go. There's your quote of the day from an analyst on GameStop. There are plenty of challenges ahead for the video game retailer and meme stock darling, analysts warn. There you go. There's the story. I don't know. All right. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. See if I can find that story from Marketplace. Here we go. Okay, plenty of challenges ahead on GameStop. GameStop 2401 right now. We have from MarketWatch, GameStop Corp reported its 7th consecutive quarterly loss after the market closed on Wednesday and highlighted its goal of returning to profitability in the near term. But analysts warn there are plenty of challenges ahead. Throughout 2001 and 2, we were extremely focused on repairing our decayed foundations, says GameStop CEO Matt Furlong on a conference call late Wednesday. Furlong also described headcount reductions in the second half of 2022 and said that GameStop is a stronger business than at any time in the recent past. While shares rallied more than 6% shortly after Thursday's open, analysts weren't convinced that the company's efforts to reshape itself have delivered results. GameStop's turnaround plan has proven fruitless so far, as reflected by the announcement of reductions to the company's corporate headcount in the back half of the calendar year. Wedbush analyst Michael Pachter wrote in a note released on Thursday. Short-term headwinds include poor results for its NFT marketplace, a contraction of the broader NFT space, ongoing hardware constraints, and cash burn. GameStop entered the NFT marketplace earlier this year when it forged a partnership with Immutable X Pty Ltd to create a fund of $100 million in Immutable X's IMX tokens. The video game retailer also faces long-term headwinds that include liquidity challenges and an industry-wide shift towards digital downloads, according to Pachter. Set against this backdrop, he lowered his GameStop price target to $5.30 from $6. He has an underperform rating on the share. Other analysts have also noted the difficulties facing the company. Revenue and earnings shortfalls in the third quarter reflect, in our view, ongoing challenges to the GameStop retail model and limited progress on new initiatives. Although we note limited console hardware supplies and fewer hit video game releases, Baird analyst Colin Sebastian wrote in a note released on Thursday. Notably, there was no mention in the release or conference call regarding the company's much publicized NFT marketplace initiative, nor is the company sharing specific data on the e-commerce transition. Baird also expects to see more store closures and headcount reductions from the company. GameStop's increasing focus on operating efficiency makes sense given secular headwinds and limited progress that we can tell on key strategic initiatives. However, the company may benefit from improving supplies for all major consoles during the holiday period and into next year, according to the analyst. On a seasonal basis, it could also be helped by an increase in new game launches. GameStop, like its fellow meme stock AMC Entertainment, was a major beneficiary of the meme stock buying frenzy in 2021 January, which sent the struggling company's shares skyrocketing to dizzying heights. This is all history. Forget history. Talk to me. And GameStop ended its most recent quarter with $1 billion in cash. GameStop's long-term debt remains limited due to a low-interest unsecured loan from the French government. The three analysts, one has a hold rating and two have a sell rating on GameStop. There you go. So have you heard much new there? Not really, right? There isn't that much more news there that you already don't know. 24.42 at the moment on GameStop. The high today, 24.50. We're at 24.43, trying to reach another high trade of the day. GameStop volume right now at 24.40 a share. 4 million shares, 1 million pre-split is what we're dealing with right now, up to 14. Shares earlier this week were sitting as high as, in the last week, 27.50, 27.60. We're at 24.40, still down 3.20 a share from last week's numbers. 24.38 right now is where we're at. ATIP is up again, 32.1 cents at the moment, up 1.5 pennies on a volume of 159,000 shares on ATIP. 32.1 last trade, a little higher. Tesla, 174.25, up 21 cents right now. SoFi, 439, up 9. Apple, 143.06, up $2. Nick Demorier, another day, another ATIP purchase. Sell my house. DQ, my wife spoke with the warehouse manager, and he said he has some weekend temps he has to get rid of. UPS, sell my house fast. Got another 500 ATIP for an even 2,000 at an average cost basis of 75.72 cents. Can we just go to 250? That's not much. Flint Creek, gotta run. We'll try to be here later today. Have a good day, everybody. Nazareth, GameStop, 24.40, 24.14 right now. Good morning. The morning is flying by, says Coyote. It sure is. We have thumbs ups now of 162 thumbs ups. We need 38 more to make it to 200. Can you folks help me out? Anyone? Can you hit the thumbs up button for me and get me to 200 thumbs ups before our show is done for the morning. Let's see if that comes in. 162 are here, 38 more needed on the thumbs ups meter. Thank you one and all for your help. 2413 on GameStop. The Dow up 260. ATIP 32.1. Tesla now down 4 cents again. 162 thumbs ups. Let me know if you are hitting that thumbs up button, what number you are. I'm just doing a refresh on my page to see if it'll show me 186. 14 to go. Thank you everyone for that. 187 have now come in. Thank you, Zeta State, for your contribution to the thumbs up meter. 189. Here they're coming in. Thank you all so much. Seeing my Spire green feels good, man. Nick, ATIP's up 6%, 2 cents. How about that? 181 says Zed. Thank you, pal. Zed, just in case, I wish everyone here enjoyable break and a successful trading day. We now have 191 thumbs ups. You guys are awesome. I need 9 more, and we got it. 9 more thumbs ups, and we'll have 200 for this morning's show again. 2416, 2411 on GameStop. 2411 with a high of 24.50 so far today on GameStop. 32 cents even on ATIP. It's up 1.4 cents. Did you get some cheap stock down here, you guys? Are you putting in some stink bids down here? You might get some, you might not. I don't know. Is it going to move a little more? Could it? What could? Wouldn't that be fun if it took a shot? Wouldn't it be fun if it did? Oh my gosh. 196 thumbs ups, everybody. Thank you. I need 4 more. 4 more thumbs ups, and we've got 200 from you guys. Thank you, everybody, for helping out yet again. Cindy B, I'm there for you, Bruce. 196 thumbs up for you. Right on. Thank you, guys. We now have 197 showing here. 3 left to get. Just 3 more. Thank you, everybody. 2404 on GameStop. 2403 on GameStop. 2 more thumbs ups needed. 1 more. We have 199 thumbs ups. 1 more thumbs up, and we got 200. Thank you, everybody, so much for helping out. 32 cents on ATIP. Tesla up 63 cents, and there it is. The 200th thumbs up just hit the system. Thank you again and again and again. 202 now. They keep coming on. Thank you guys for coming through with these thumbs ups for us. If you're watching on the rerun, hit the thumbs up button for us and add to the momentum. Thank you all so much. Absolutely fantastic. Cool bean stuff. We are working it here. We are working hard here. Thank you all. I feel like I'm in a curling team. Hard. Oh man, 206 thumbs ups. Awesome sauce. You gotta love this. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Thank you all for your support of this channel. Rocket Lab is up 21 cents. SoFi is up 11. GameStop 24.17. We got Matterport up 16.5 cents. We have 23andMe up a dime. We got Spire up 8. ATIP is up 1.4 cents. 32 cents. SmartRent up 16 cents. 260 now, having hit 214 just a couple of days ago. Sextera is up 4.49 cents. The low of the year, 168. We're at 187.5. Apple up 243. Goldman up 238. Cisco up 76. Tesla's up 65. ARC Innovations up 109. Microsoft up $2. Bed Bath Beyond still down at 325, down 1.5 cents. Pfizer is up 30 cents. HPQ up 49 today, 28.32. Carvana up 82 cents to 465. Ooh, 355. I think yesterday was the low. Alphabet down 64 cents. Google going down. Amazon up 225 at the moment. There you are. Everyone, are you having fun out there? We're watching all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we're watching all kinds of stuff here. Let's go over there. 2409 on GameStop. Coyote, GameStop earnings just ain't like they used to be. Coyote, I remember the June, July 2021 earnings, we ran from 200 to 360 a share. Coyote, that's what they say when curling hard. Yeah, that's when you're supposed to really bear down on that broom and sweep the ice because the rock is curling too much. You're trying to keep it straight and don't hit the rock in front. Don't wreck on the front. Hard. It's great. We're up 291 on the Dow, 39 on S&P, 153-point gain on NASDAQ. We're only up 101 on oil, $1.01. That's it. We were up 250 this morning. We're backing off on oil again. Zach is in the house. Good morning, gang. I'm number 207, Bruce. Right on. Thank you, Zach. We broke it. 200 was done, and now we're piling it on. We're up 99 cents on oil. It's backing off again. I had no idea. I haven't watched much curling. Not popular down here in this swamp. Oh, we have fun with the curlers. The curlers are great. They have great vocals. Oh, man. The girls, the guys. Hurry, hurry. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Tons of fun. What can I say? What are we going to do? We're up 274 on the Dow, 24.12 on GameStop. That's what we've got here on this market. ATIP is at 32 cents, up 1.4 cents. It's not being held down at the moment by anybody. So there's a little bit of nibbling coming in there. Tesla is up 86. SoFi is up 11 to 441. Apple up 219. This could be a dead cat bounce day that might all end in no time. We'll see how this, what's going on. See what's going on here. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll stay on top of this market and see what it wants to give us here. Bobby, my cousin runs a year curling and curling and cannabis event in Ontario. Like beer, baseball, but bongs and curling. There you go. JR, when I have issues with companies, I write down all of my interactions with the pertinent people and report to the Better Business Bureau. They have helped me with multiple issues, says JR. Businesses don't like this kind of stuff being reported and published online. There you go. There. That's a good point. That's a very good point. GameStop is under 24, 23.95, 23.92. GameStop is backing off here a little bit now with a bit of a wave of selling coming through. We did see the high of the day today for GameStop at $24.50, and we're now at $23.91. So we're backing off 59 cents from the high of the day here with a little bit of a selling wave coming through at the moment. $23.92 to $23.95 on GameStop. ATIP holding 32, and Tesla still up 76 cents. SoFi up 12.9 cents. Go SoFi, 442.9. Any kind of a run would be more than welcome. Well, we'll see what it wants to do. All right, kids, there it is. That's our morning show. Been on the air now 2 hours, 7 minutes. The first hour has come and gone. We're alive. Those of you who have written calls this morning, way to go. Those of you who wrote calls the other day, buying back cheap and ready, you got nothing to worry about. This stock isn't going anywhere. Keep your eyes open on continual price destruction, especially December 16th and now January 20th, so next month. Watch for that. Keep your eyes open for rollover opportunities or gearing down opportunities. We'll watch that closely together. You got any loose change lying around? You got $32? You got $320? Pick up some cheap ATIP. 32 cents. This might be it. This might be the bottom here. We've kind of settled here. Don't know how long it's going to last. Could it pop to 40, 50? Easily. Could it go 60, 70? Yep. Is it worth 75, 80? Yes, it is. That's the book value. Let's see what happens. I don't know about the short sellers. Anyone who short this stuff, you want to try and buy it back, there have been 166,000 traded today. If you're short a couple of million shares on this stuff, you got a problem. Where are you getting it from? Who's going to give it to you? Who wants to sell down here? I don't know. Could there be a wave of buying coming in here to take advantage of these cheap prices and a gap? Could this gap 15, 20 cents like that and be 55 cents in no time? Could a whole bunch of my viewers all of a sudden be even on the whole thing because they've averaged themselves down? Could be. We'll watch for that. 32 cents last trade on ATIP. Wouldn't take much buying to run it. Not at all. And if it runs, it could run a bit. We'll find out. 23.91. 23.87 on GameStop now. 23.87. Still up 161 a share. It's having a good day. But it's given up some ground here from 24.50. That now is looking like a high mountain range that might not be hit for a while. We'll see what happens. We'll keep on it, everybody. Thank you. Appreciate you all being here. And thank you for joining me today. Have a great rest of your morning. I'll see you this afternoon. This is Thursday. We'll be back on at 3 o'clock Eastern time to finalize the last hour of the day together. And let's just see what this market has in store. Kind of curious about this whole run. It might peter right out. We'll follow that. Okay, 23.94 on GameStop, 23.93, 32 cents on ATIP, and SoFi at 4.40 up a dime. Good stuff. Okay, everybody, have a good morning. I will catch you later today. And Kareem, Uncle Bruce, I'm getting to the point. I need more of your help. Should I start with classes or a one-on-one? Well, if you haven't started classes, you definitely have got to watch classes. I mean, there's 14 of them here. Get one a week if you can, or 2 a week, and get in there and watch these classes. And then contact me for a one-on-one. But, whenever you think you're ready, more power to you. We'll cover whatever you want to cover. Spare, see you all later. I enjoy the meeting. The meantime, shorting AMC right on there, Spare. You hang in there. Everyone hang in there. We'll see you a little later today. Let's keep an eye on this market together and see what's going on. Okay, guys. Thank you. I'll talk to you at 3. Bye for now.